Breaststroke, the frog stroke, the worst part of IM. Whatever you want to call it, we're going to take a closer look at the world record in the men's 100 breaststroke to see how it got to where it is today and the swimmers that broke barriers. The first swimmer to ever break 1 minute in the event was Roman Slednov, who clocked a 59.97 at the Russian World Championship trials in 2001. 1 month later in Fukuoka at those World Championships, Slednov would lower the mark further with a 59.94. At the 2003 World Championships, Kazuke Kitajima went a 59.98 in semifinals to join Slednov under the 1 minute barrier before taking the world record for himself in finals with a 59.78. At US Olympic trials in 2004, Brendan Hansen would lower the mark, touching the wall in a 59.30. Later that year at the 2004 Olympic Games, Kitajima would win the gold medal, but Hansen would retain his world record as Kitajima beat out Hansen 1 minute .08 to 1 minute .25. But this win wasn't without controversy, as Kitajima was accused of doing dolphin kicks underwater. This can be very clearly seen in underwater footage both off of the start and the turn. You may be used to the rules of today that allow a single dolphin kick as well as one breaststroke pullout before the swimmer surfaces, but back in 2004, this was not the case. Kitajima was not disqualified, but 1 year later in 2005, the rules to breaststroke were amended to allow the one dolphin kick rule we have to this day. Using the newly allowed dolphin kick that potentially cost him the gold in Athens, Hansen lowered his own world record at the 2006 US Nationals, this time swimming his way to a 59.13, coming tantalizingly close to dipping under 59 seconds. During the 2008 Beijing Olympics, Kitajima would reclaim the world record from Hansen and become the first man to swim the event in under 59 seconds, setting the new world record at 58.91. But at the 2009 World Championships, at which Kitajima did not compete, the floodgates of 58-second swims burst open as Eric Chanteau, Cameron Vanderberg, Hugh DeBosque, and Brenton Ricard all swam under 59 seconds. Both DeBosque and Ricard were well under Kitajima's world record mark, but only Ricard got to keep it, setting the new standard at 58.58. At the 2012 London Olympics, Cameron Vanderberg would chip away at the world record, winning an Olympic gold in 58.46. Vanderberg would then controversially admit the day after the swimming events of these Olympics had concluded that he had taken multiple illegal dolphin kicks during the race. Vanderberg stated that, "If you're not doing it, you're falling behind," and that, "I'm not willing to sacrifice my personal performance and 4 years of hard work for someone that is willing to do it and get away with it." The issue is that with officials having limited visibility from above the water combined with the burst of bubbles that surround a swimmer off of the start, it is nearly impossible for an official to make the call. There have been attempts to rectify this issue in the form of video review. First, video review was allowed as a means to overturn deck calls, and more recently, it has been allowed to initiate calls of stroke infractions. But even this isn't perfect, as when trying to pinpoint intentional underwater dolphin kicks, it can become difficult to tell the difference between someone intentionally sneaking in an extra kick and somebody's body naturally moving with the force from hitting the water. This is something that has become an issue in both breaststroke and IM events that you'll likely hear about some more for some time. Many were upset that the world record was set by someone that flat out admitted to breaking the rules, but that would be shortly rectified as the man that would take this event to new heights and beyond was about to burst onto the scene. At the 2014 Commonwealth Games, Adam Peaty joined the ever-growing 58-second club as he won gold in a 58.94 ahead of Vanderberg. 1 year later, at the British World Championship team trials, Peaty made history, breaking Vanderberg's world record and becoming the first man to ever go under 58 seconds, stopping the clock in a 57.92. 1 year after that, at the Olympic Games in Rio, Peaty would fire off a massive warning shot in the prelims of the event as he broke his own world record in a 57.55. But the next day, Peaty showed that he still had more in the tank as he blew away the field with a dominant 57.13 to win his first Olympic gold in world record fashion. Peaty won the race by over a second and a half and was on the verge of breaking 57 seconds before anyone other than him had ever broken 58. And clearly breaking 57 seconds was on Peaty's mind as he publicly stated that as his goal with the name Project 56. At the 2018 European Championships, Peaty came shockingly close to realizing that goal for a moment. As Peaty won the European title, the clock read 57.00, a new world record and heartbreakingly close to achieving Project 56. But That time was actually the result of an error in the timing system, and the true time swam was a 57.10. Still a new world record, if not so unbelievably close to that next barrier. It might be the one time that going 1/100 slower was actually a good thing, because going from 56.99 to 57.09 would have been a much bigger rug pull. It's worth reiterating that as Peaty targeted this next barrier, no other swimmer was able to swim the 100 breast in under 58 seconds. Peaty was a truly dominant force in this event, and is one of the few instances where a swimmer steps in the blocks and it's a near certainty that the race will be for the silver. 1 year later, at the 2019 World Championships, Adam Peaty had another chance to complete Project 56, and complete it he did, as he ripped a 56.88 to stand alone in the history of the event as the only man to break 58 or 57. When Adam Peaty touched the wall in 2019, he was the owner of the 16 fastest swims in history, with the next fastest performer back in a 58.29. And while he didn't break the world record in 2021 at the Tokyo Olympics, Peaty did win his second straight gold medal in the event in a 57.37, faster than anyone else in history. In the years since that astounding 56-second swim, no one has come particularly close to Peaty's record. Arno Kaminga became the second man to ever break 58 seconds 6 years after Peaty did it in a 57.8 in 2021. And in 2023, Chin Ha-young burst onto the sprint breaststroke scene, going a 57.69 twice. After Tokyo, Peaty took some time out of the water due to a broken foot in 2022, and then withdrew from British World Team Trials in 2023, citing mental health concerns. This led some people to question if Peaty's time as the king of sprint breaststroke had passed, especially in the face of Chin Ha-young's prominent rise to success in Peaty's absence. But at the 2024 British Olympic Team Trials, Adam Peaty showed that he wasn't backing down, as he blasted a 57.94 to secure his Olympic roster spot. As of right now, Adam Peaty owns the 14 fastest times in this event and 19 out of the top 25. He has shown what can be done in this event by striking down not one barrier, but two, as he dares the rest of the world to just try and give chase.